Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, gentlemen, for being here today. I got to sit down with Scott Willoughby last week and ask him a lot of questions and kind of understand where Northrop is going and what his vision was. He was extremely excited. He was passionate about the future and passionate about when there are issues of how we get through these issues and how we move forward. And I think that's very important because what we're trying to do here is a mankind-changing event. I've said that a couple times, but I think that that is exactly what we're trying to do. As I tell my son, we will be smarter in 100 years than we are today, whether we have faster computers or we have just attained more knowledge or we are able to do more things by our engineering knowledge and our knowledge of just academics. And so some of the things that we try and do, we find problems. Now, my question is, how do you think that the IRB's report is? Do you agree with that, Mr. Bush? And I think I've heard all of the questions and all of the kind of, what are we going to do? How do you do this? And all of that. I've heard all of that. But I want to hear if you agree with the IRB's report and if you think that that was a good, solid report on this issue.
I absolutely believe that the IRB, in many ways, is a gift to this program. What the Independent Review Board did was, in addition to being very clear about specific matters and recommendations, which we fully agree with and which we are fully implementing, what the IRB did, I would say at a higher level, was it was the big reminder that as we make incremental decisions on this program, it all has to be about mission success. We all feel the intensity of cost. We all feel the intensity of schedule. We've had teams working on this program 7 days a week for a long period of time. And with this great reminder about everything is about mission success, it caused us to step back and ask, were we doing everything the way we really needed to do in that regard? And we did make changes, not just in terms of the specifics of the recommendations, but with that broader perspective in mind. So I think it was an outstanding thing that NASA did to commission the Independent Review Board. I'm grateful to the members who participated on it, and we are fully supportive of implementing all of their recommendations.
And I think it's another part in what we're trying to achieve. If we only know what we know, or if we only do what we know how to do, we never achieve. And that's what happens when we try and take leaps. Administrator Bridenstine yesterday was trying to explain how the shield unfolds, how big it is, what it does, how it lowers the temperature so that they could get to the right temperature so that they could get the readings. And I went over my head. I'm sure it went over others, or I would be ashamed that it only went over mine. But it really started you thinking how impressive this is and how important it is to get it right. Obviously, this is a fire and forget. This is a telescope that goes away, and well, we don't have space shuttle anymore, but if we did, we can't go up and service it. We can't do those things. We have another telescope through NASA called SOFIA. It's on the back of a 747. Comes down, lands after a 10-hour flight. They do different things. They put things on it, and they do different experiments. James Webb's not that. James Webb is going to be 1,000,000 miles away, and it's going to be looking at maybe the beginning of time, other galaxies, things that we have never even thought of. So that is my kind of 1 minute on this of how we do have to get this right. And when there are problems, how quickly we can get to the solution. And that's everything. That's no matter if you're doing something that is game-changing or just a new product that we're trying to improve on. It's how quickly we fix the problems. It's not the problem. It's how fast do we get from A to B. Yep. So thank you very much for being here today, and I look forward to the launch of the James Webb Telescope.